Hi everybody, welcome back to A Glittery Life. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope today's title of this video kind of caught your attention when it said Life Palette, because I wanted to kind of show you something that I did. I'd seen somebody else do this on YouTube, and I'm so sorry, it was a long time ago, I can't remember who I saw do this, but they put together like a Z palette with all their favorite shadows, like their Life palette. I have always kind of kept my shadows together by brand, and I kind of like that organizational technique. But because I travel so much and because I'm so busy, and a lot of times when I'm getting ready in the morning, I'm in a really big hurry and I don't have time to like choose from different things. I just grab one thing and that's what I'm going to use to get ready. But I love Z palettes. I love having things depotted. I love having access to a lot of things at once. And especially with my travel schedule, I just figured this would be a really great time to actually make a Z palette that's like my Life palette for shadows. I know some people are putting like blush and powder and bronzer and other things in their like Life palette, but I cannot even go with that. I need my Z palette to be all like very cohesive. It has to have the same shapes in it. It really bothers me when I see Z palettes that have like squares and circles, and that might not bother some of you, but for me, I cannot even deal with it. I can't handle it. So this is my like eyeshadow Life palette from ZPalette, and it is all MAC and Makeup Geek shadows, but I think I'm gonna pull some of these out and put my new Anastasia shadows in here because I really love them and I want them in here as well. So you can see this is really is more of a neutrals palette. I can do basically any look that I want to do in that more like neutrals kind of like realm, which is really, I don't wear bright like crazy pinks and blues and that kind of stuff. So these are basically like all my ideal colors, and I am, instead of like actually like listing them all out for you, like, and like swatching them and making this a really long video, I didn't want it to be like a crazy long video. I'm going to list them in order down below, like starting with the first row, and like it'll just go row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, row 5. And you can see I have my palette organized from like light to dark, and it makes a lot of sense to me to organize a palette like this so that it's like color schematically like correct. This is the extra large Z palette. I could not fit them in the large Z palette. I needed like the extra room, like the extra, is it one extra row? It's like, it's a little bit more. I can't remember how much it is, but it's at least one extra row. And then this bottom row, you can see kind of goes a little bit like there's light over here instead of dark. These are my foiled shadows from Makeup Geek, and it was really important for me to separate those and have them down here because those are special things. I didn't want the light shades up here. I didn't want to get mixed up with that because I really use the foils in a different way than I would use like a matte or a shimmer or like a velvet shadow, or like even a satin shadow. So this is what my Life palette looks like from ZPalette. Like I said, I'm going to list everything down below to make it really easy for you guys in case you're looking at some of these shadows. So, and wondering, you know, like what in the world they are. What I'll do too is I will post a picture on Instagram so that you can really kind of like have that, you can screenshot that picture and then look at this or whatever to make it easier for you. You can certainly always pause the video and then count like, oh, what's the 5th color? I think that's actually yogurt, by the way. Oh wait, no, it's not. That one is Naked Lunch. Yogurt is the 3rd shade. So, I know it would be easier probably if I went through them all, but then it would just be a really long video, and I'm not into long videos. So anyway, hope this is helpful for you. And I'm so curious to know if you've made a Life palette like this, or how you organized, whether you keep them separated by brand or whether you just throw them in there. Like, you know, I realize not everybody has this many eyeshadows in their collection. So I realize that. And not everybody has this many choices to choose from, but it's a great kind of, if you're looking for like a perfect neutrals like palette in your building, these will have some really good suggestions for you on what some of my favorites are. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I want to know what your thoughts are down below. Bye.